Hello guys, um, welcome to Minecraft Gamers. So today's topic is actually all about Blue. This is the theory video, and this video is all about Blue. Actually, he's in the Team Rocket gang. So I'm gonna prove that Blue is in Team Rocket. So let me first talk about this character Blue. So who is this Blue actually? Blue is actually a character in this game of Pokemon Leaf Green. Any game you talk about in this Pokemon series, water, blue, leaf, green, any game. So in this game actually, blue is actually our rival. So we fight him actually, and he is the second best trainer in this game. So here actually, sometimes yesterday I was just playing this game. Suddenly I just got this idea that who knows, maybe blue is in Team Rocket. Then I did a small research, and then suddenly if I added the points, it was like the game was trying to tell us something, but it could not tell us. Like he's in Team Rocket. So let's begin without any delay. So the first point is actually begins in the first town, Pallet Town. So it happens right over here. Here he tells us to choose our first Pokemon. So well, I chose a Bulbasaur, who later on became a Venusaur, and then he chooses a Charmander of here. So why does he let us do that? The reason is that he wants to win in the future battles so that his Pokemon can have a full advantage on my Pokemon. So later if we go to our second actually reason is actually in the next town itself. We go here. If you walk here actually, you see that blue will come here and he will say that, hey, I want to go to the Pokemon League and I want to fight. But he will actually, the Pokemon League, you need 8 batches, he will say to us. So of course we after that it is our mission to get those next batches. So we can now, in the second point, we come to know that Blue actually wants to become a Pokemon master in his life. So we have got two things clear about him, Blue. The first thing is that he is a rival and he wants to win every Pokemon match. The second one is actually that he wants to become a Pokemon master. Now let's come to the third point. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're gonna use fly. The third point is itself in the Cerulean City. In the Cerulean City, well, let's skip this part a bit. When you go here, you reach this place. In this place, when you come here, Blue will appear and he will say that, hey, I made my Pokemon strong, let's have a match. Says, of course, you cannot refuse, and the match will begin. After defeating, he will say that he will give us a fame chucker, and he will say that he added a lot of Pokemon to his Pokédex, and he will go and telling us that Bill, you can just visit him and you can get your Pokédex updated. Now, if we cross this 5 trainer Nugget Bridge, there actually is a person who will stand there. He is actually a grunt, so he will ask us to join this thing. Of course, we will refuse, and then we'll have a match. Now, see, this doesn't does tell us anything about Blue, but there is three things that actually really three or two. Well, the thing is that actually he would have asked Blue also because he's also the trainer who crossed this, this bridge with extraordinary talented people. So he would have asked him also. Now, if Blue would have said yes, means he wouldn't have had to battle him. But if he would have said no, that means that he would have to battle him. Then after the battle, this means that the grunt, if he lost, the grunt would have 0 HP Pokemon. Then it means that how did the grunt make his Pokemon fully revive, even though without going to the Pokemon Center? Now see, in this level, in this area, you see that there is no revives. No revives are available at this Pokemart. So this means that even if he has stored something of his next level, Blue can be in that area. Now why? Let's see. Wait a minute, not here. If we go to again Cerulean City and we keep on going like this, in this way, I'm gonna show it to you. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm just gonna pause the game. So actually it took me a lot of time to get here. So now let's see Blue. Wait a minute, guys. So now we see her Bill. Actually, if we come here the first time, he's a Pokemon. So actually Blue told that he met Bill, but not in the Pokemon stage. So if he was the only person he met, how can he be just like a Pokemon? Here Bill actually tells that it is an accident. But no, it's not an accident. If you feel carefully, see carefully, you see that in the PC you get some Pokemon data. See this 5, 4, 1. Okay, 4 Pokemon data. So we only get the data in our Pokédex if we see it. I mean like if we catch it. How did? I mean like how in the world did Blue get the data by just seeing it? That means that there's something fishy over here. So this means that Blue might have stole his Pokemon or what? And he must have even blackmailed uh, this Bill, and then Bill would have finally gave him his Pokemon. So now if you don't even still believe this, I have more. Don't worry. Here you actually see in the first match that Blue has actually one more new Pokemon in his team, and that is none other than our Abra. How? Now see, Abra is a very hard Pokemon to catch because Abra knows only one move, and that is teleport itself. So when you want to catch the Abra, when you want to catch Abra, you're gonna note that if you want to catch a Pokemon, you need to first weaken it up. Well, if you weaken it up, then he's gonna use teleport and run. So this means that Blue must have done a lot of training. Otherwise, he must have joined the Team Rocket, and as a gift, the Grunt must have gifted him an Abra. So right now this is the third point. Now let's go to our next point. Now where do we see him next is actually, wait a minute. Sorry, not here. If you have fly, I mean like it's a lot cooler because it's gonna help us in most of the things. Wait a minute. I mean like because fly is actually the move actually you might want. Let's see, wait a minute. Yeah, it was Vermilion City. So now here actually if you come a bit closer, there's nothing suspicious. But if you actually go here, you see in the SS hand, you see Gary will come towards you. And when he comes toward you, he's gonna say that I wanted to see the master, the I mean like the captain on the board, but he's just an old seasick man. So as you remember that Blue is now a part of the Team Rocket gang according to our theory. He doesn't want us to even get the move cut. He must have taken it from him. And then he must have tipped something into his food so that we don't get the move cut. Like if we don't get the move cut, we cannot even get the third batch. And then he knows that it's a very vital move. How is it a very vital move? I'm gonna show it to you right now. When you want to go to the rock tunnel, you see there are many cut. You need to cut a lot of times. And if you don't have the move cut, you're kind of stuck in here in this game forever. So he might have tried to poison the captain's food so that you don't get the cut. Now let's go and see our fifth point in Lavender Town. In the Lavender Town, we have our fifth point, which actually strongs this thing every up. Now, there's nothing wrong in this here also, but don't forget, in our SS and match, he had a Rattata, and then after that, he gets a Raticate. Now, actually, what is the theory? We see Blue is actually over here and he's doing something. So, most people don't know that what he's doing. But actually, according to the theory, it says that Raticate died. That's why he changed it up. But if you battle right now Blue, then he's gonna say that I've got a new Cubone. And if you see the old things, it's gonna say, hey, the Marowak died. If you have seen the red series, Marowak died and Cubone was his kid. This means that Team Rocket killed the Marowak and they let Blue keep the Cubone because they're pretty hard to find. Where can you find a Cubone in this whole town? If you find one, please comment down below because they're really hard to find in this game. So actually after this you see that after the Blue match we fight Blue, he goes, and then here we get, after this we just get something which is actually really suspicious, and that is Team Rocket on the upper floor. Well, how did it come? We don't know actually very clearly, but they actually kidnapped Mr. Fuji, who's over here, and actually Blue was also there. So this actually rings something that Blue might have been given to guard their stuff, so that now Blue couldn't guard, but before, because of its success few times, they might have gifted him an Cubone and an Abra. And I think the only Pokemon that Blue ever owned was his Charmander and his Pidgey and his Raticate. Well, now let's come to the more points, the finer points. Now we come directly to the here, the Viridian City. Here, when we come to this last gym batch, we see that Blue tells that he has got all the 8 gym batches, but when we come in, we see that it's none other than the Giovanni. Giovanni is the gym leader of. Oh, wait a minute. Giovanni is the gym leader of this match, of this whole, what do we call, the gym area. So, actually, when Blue went to him, he would have said that he is a great trainer, and because of his loyalty, he would have gifted him the Earth Badge without anything, without just for free. And then, now it rings up a bit to you. Then he tells that then he must have made him the Team Rocket in charge. Now, if you think that this doesn't make any sense to you, now let me give you a very strong point which I've saved till now. And it's here in front of you. The point which makes him a real thief or what, a Team Rocket person, is this city, the Silph Scope. How come, can you tell me, we find him, just, is Team Rocket that incompetent that they cannot stop not one but two 10-year-old kids from entering their own base which they have kept for so much time? Or can it be some other meaning? Well, if you ask me, I think so it's some other meaning. So here when we find him, let's go to the floor directly. The 11th floor. In the 11th floor we see they are here. These people actually, Giovanni was here before them. So Giovanni actually, because if we see carefully at the pattern, Blue was there and he was actually holding a hostages. And after that, Blue tells that you are ready to face Giovanni. Now wait a minute. We have been like poking a lot and we don't even know who is the leader of Team Rocket. And this guy who actually claims that he doesn't know anything in this whole everything, he knows nothing. Suddenly he just comes to know that Giovanni is the leader of Team Rocket. Now how does this make any sense that he is not anything like. Now okay fine, I'm gonna give you one more point. So here we see that actually this is the same point I'm giving to you. He wins the gym badge. So actually Giovanni gets nice and he makes him the gym leader perhaps. Then as a parting gift so that he can have a rock type in his team, he gives him a Rhyhorn. As you know, they're very hard to catch, Rhyhorns. So now if we let me go directly to the Indigo Plateau. In the Indigo Plateau, we see that actually in the Indigo Plateau, we see that actually in the last match, Blue comes up and he has a Rhyhorn. Rhydon, I don't remember. How can he have a Rhydon? FS Pokemon if he doesn't has it, and he has replaced his Cubone. So now this actually brings up a lot of sense. From first just stealing Pokemon, then to capturing Pokemon, and then holding hostages. This means that actually Blue is a very, I even doubt that he's even good. And there's this last point that actually does not make any sense. Well, if you see at the anime carefully, you're gonna make sure that Red is actually, he likes to do everything that is opposite. From the Pokemon, from the style to everything, to the way to play, the types, everything is different. So actually with this I would like to conclude my this video, my theory. Well, so I think so I can just end with this at the last that he is actually in Team Rocket. So thank you guys, please like, share and subscribe Minecraft Gamers.